Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. Now today's video I'll be going through a large treasure chest full of British silver coins. That's right, those are more modern ones from the George VI era of the 1930s and 40s that are 50% silver, and going all the way back to some older Victorian, sterling silver, and even some pre-Victorian silver coins from Britain. And so without any further ado, let's have a look at all these lovely British silver coins in this big tub. Here it is, the tray, the trough, the treasure chest full of silver. Now why do I have all these silver coins in here? Well, these are all coins that are doubles from my collection. So every date of coin in here, for instance, we'll just take one randomly, this 1920 half crown. I have this coin in my collection in better condition for the date run, but there's one in here as double. And these doubles are mainly collected and kept for the silver content value, as of course investing in silver is a popular thing among collectors who turn into stackers or vice versa, and I don't think it's very harmful at all to your portfolio to have some silver in your ownership. However, today we're going to be sorting through all this silver I have here and making it more organised, more catalogued, and a bit better than just sort of all chucked together in this plastic tub. I will be moving the coins from this one plastic compartment into this sort of wooden box that I've got at the antique shop. Bit of an old box there, bit of a vintage feel and look, and even some damage. But we do have two compartments. Very useful, of course. I'll be using one compartment here for 50% or 0.500 silver, and one compartment for sterling silver, 0.925. So I can split the two types there, and throughout this video, any good coins that are perhaps maybe too good, as there are some really nice pre-Victoria and Victorian coins in here, anything that's too good, I'll put for now into this Bits and Bobs tray, very special Bits and Bobs tray there, and at the end of the video we'll have a look through and see the coins in here that end up in here and evaluate whether they deserve to be just within all the others here chucked in this box, or some a bit more special treatment or more special coins. So, without any further ado now, we've babbled along long enough, it's time to see some silver. So I'll slide in the tray just to my side here and grab a handful at a time. Whoops. So here we go. As you can see here, there's all kinds of things, all kinds of lovely silver. First off, we have this, the 1937 coronation crown of King George VI. And I will say the first off coin is actually one that probably deserves to go in the Bits and Bobs tray. Carrying on, we then have this, just this 50% half crown. We'll gather some more up here, some 50% florins, a bit more worn. Then here we have an older shilling, an 1875 Victorian shilling. Now, although this is a nice coin, there's a better one in my collection, of course. This one is much more worn to the top there. But overall, a nice coin, and for now, I think I will put it in to the Bits and Bobs tray. We then have a lot of George V and VI stuff here, some 50% shillings and sixpences. We've got a Scottish one there, half crown here, 1918. This is a sterling silver half crown. Not a good coin, but I think not worthy. There's a bit of scratches, a bit of wear to it, not quite worthy of going into the dish. But for now, of course, that will go into the other half here. The sterling side and the 50% side are underway. Let's sort out the rest of this pile, and I'll give you any updates on anything that's worthwhile. The only other coin of note is this one here, the 1884 silver 3p, featuring the young head of Queen Victoria. Now, although this is a young head Queen Victoria coin, they're very cheap, very affordable, and very common. So for that reason, I'll be adding it still to the sterling side of this tub here. But of course, sterling coins are separated, so these are, better in my opinion all round than 50% ones anyway. So they're still a bit more separate than just being in all the majority 50% ones. So, carrying on now, let's get another handful and see what we can find. I might actually, rather than doing handfuls, just tip out all the rest of the silver. So let's just grab it all and pop it there on the table. I have more than I thought here. This is good. I won't reveal the amount of silver here because I don't know specifically myself. I know my overall silver totals, but I don't know how much of it is consisting of this doubles here. But please do leave your best guess in the comments down below. How much silver, how much pure silver? Right, so as you may have heard there, a few fell on the floor, but I've got them all now. This is all the ones I have from my tub and the ones retrieved from the floor. So here it is. This big mound of silver coins. Whoa, one escaped there. This is a lovely, lovely collection, in my opinion, I believe, because I do personally love silver. I'm not sure quite how to go with this video, because it will be very long if we look through each one individually, which I'm happy to do, but of course, I don't know how monotonous that will get for the video's sake. Let's begin, though, by picking out a few 50% sixpences. We can see these here. This is a very, very common style of coin. This is just extremely common coin, by no means any numismatic value, really, and this is in good condition. Only the silver content value for this acorns and oak leaves sixpence design, of which I have many. Here is the other design of sixpence with the George VI initials there, crowned. And the other design of 50% sixpence is this one here with the lion. Now all three designs, there are no really any rare dates. There's nothing more special than just the silver in it really, unless it's in very, very nice condition indeed. So I'll first gather up all these sixpences and remove them as best I can from the pile, the ones that I can see lying on the top. Let's go with that. There we go, I've got a big handful for now, they're all 50%, so into the 50% tub they go. And I'm sure you've seen there's tons more here, more than I can sort of get at once, so we'll just go through as we were doing, picking out coins and adding them to the right place. So a half crown there. I think the half crown is my favourite size of this sort of, it's just good, the sound they make's good. I mean, when we gather a few half crowns up here, we can just kind of hear the sound. A nice sound there of some lovely half crowns. All of these, I believe. Oh, we've got one sterling one here. Lovely 1918, end of World War I, George V sterling half crown. Into that side. And then here we have some 50% George V and VI half crowns into that side. Let's go through and pick out a few of the nicer ones here while we go through. So we have here, this is an older half crown, an 1890 half crown. So a coin that's just sort of a bit battered, a bit bruised, a bit damaged, and of course much worse than the one in my date run, has wound up in my silver sort of doubles trough of just chucked in with the rest of them. So for now, though, as I say, with the better ones, I'll add it to the silver trough here. We'll see how many coins for the silver trough we can find. Here's one. This is a George IV pre-Victoria shilling. We'll come back to that one as well, into the silver trough for now. Let's go through and get some florins out of here. There's not too many florins. I believe the florins are the ones I have the least of. We have a few different designs here of the George V and VI. Oh, here's one. I spotted this earlier. This is a Gothic florin, and we'll definitely return to this. This is a lovely coin indeed. Right, so there we go. 50% silver florins with a few of the designs. We have the crowned rose design there. This design with the sort of cross of shields, and then the angled non-crowned shields there for the later design. Comment down below favourite of these three. For me personally, it's close, but I might give it to this one here with the crowned rose. And there we go. Now you may have seen something special right here. What is this coin here? This is a very, very worn coin indeed, but we can make out with the silhouette here, identify the monarch, and the end of the word there. This is in fact a William III coin, so a 1600s silver coin, with William III there to the obverse, and nothing to the reverse here. A really, really wrecked coin, and although this is a 1600 silver coin, it's just so wrecked, it really truly is at this point, just sort of bullion, silver weight, and we'll go in with the sterling coins in this side here. Cool. So there's lots of small coins you may have seen. These will be tons of silver threepences. We have here the design of the 3 acorns and 3 oak leaves, similar to that sixpence design, with the 6 acorns and 6 oak leaves, of course, 6 for sixpence, 3 for threepence, both of them a non-rare sort of era of coinage. Nothing rare or collectible about these coins, really, unless in high grade, other than their silver content, so into the silver tub. So I'll go through now and pick out some of the smaller silver threepences, as there's no threepences in here that are really of note, apart from a few Victorian ones. But as I've said, I must say, although this is a young head Victorian threepence, that one's just worn beyond belief anyway, they're not really any value to the threepences. Only the higher denominations hold value for Victorian silver coins. So let's go through now, a bit of a time lapse, and take away all of the small coins here. So I want to remove all the threepences, this kind of stuff, and try and get as many of these sixpences as well out of the way, leaving us with shillings, half crowns, and florins. Let's go. Right, so there we go. I've sorted quite a lot of them. There's still, I'm sure, a lot of I can see there's a lot of sixpences and threepences left. But it might be easier, I thought, actually, halfway through, just to take out the big coins first, because they'll be easier to grab. So also going through this, I found a lot of coins that can go for now into the bits and bobs tray. We have a random Victorian shilling there. There's one here I saw as well. This is a quite darkened George III sixpence. Very cool coin there. This is a 1892 threepence. That one can just go in the silver trough. I'll go through some florins now. There's a few of these florins left. Gather them up. I think that's all the remaining florins. We have a 1922, a 1930, a 1921, 1928, 1942. And actually, I think I've changed my mind. This design is the second best for 50% florins. This here is the best design, 50% silver florins. And the final two are 1922 and 1938. So all there, 0.500 florins, some nice silver coinage to be added into the 50% side of this box. We're getting somewhere now, the pile's getting a lot smaller. Let's go through some shillings now. I'll gather up some shillings. So we've got a lot of shillings here. We can do a little mini shilling coin hunt. We have, let's zoom in a bit to get a look at these coins. A 1934, 1942, an older one, 1922, an even older one here. I remember this coin, yeah, this is the one where the date is completely worn off. It's nice, well not nice, but being nice because it's Victoria. Very, very worn Victorian young head shilling, but sadly, just for the sterling tub, as there's just no date on it. This one is a 1926, bit of a dirty, 1926 again. This is a Scottish design, 1937. English design, 1940. This is English, 1932. Bit of a mucky one here, a Scottish 1939. Scottish 1938. English 1928. An older one, 1922. This one is 1922 again, better condition for that one. 1943. Getting hard to hold in the other hand here. Too many shillings. 22 again. Strangely coloured, 1942. 1929. 1921. 1946. A few more, 46 again, but Scottish, and 1936. So a nice handful there of 0.500 florins, not florins, shillings, to go in with the florins in the 50% side of the box. Let's add them in. There we go, getting nice and full now. Zooming back in, what else can we get from these coins here? There's a few more of the shillings, so I'll get those first. Right, so the final shillings of this lot, Scottish 1940, English 1943, George V on a 1931 shilling. We have here a 1936, 1929, 1922, 1928, and 1921. So the final shillings added into the tray now. Very cool. There's a few more, well, I think there's only one more half crown here. The final half crown, a 1921, and there is a worn bust of King George V. Very cool. So the final half crown there to add to the tray. We then are left here with some smaller coins. So I'll do a final time lapse of sorting these coins. We've seen the design many times, of course, the 3p with the Maundy style crowned 3, and the 6p for those 3 designs I showed you. Well, there's the 2 of them here. And here's the final one, that lion on the crown, very worn. So finally, let's tidy up these last few coins and time lapse those getting into the tub. So there we are. I'm going to close the lid for now, and in just one moment I'll show you these 2 segments and how full they are with silver. But first, let's have a look through the bits and bobs tray. I'm just using a 1889 crown there to angle it a bit. The bits and bobs tray and what sort of special coins I found in my doubles collection. Let's zoom in. Firstly, we have a very shiny 1942 6p, and although it's a shiny coin, I'm saying back in the tub. Similarly, this 1937 full crown, is a lovely coin, but I do have one in better condition for my collection, and although it is a sort of nice, collector's item, it isn't too much of a premium coin. It is fairly close to the silver value, so for now I'm saying this coin, maybe I'm wrong, and please do comment down below if you think any coin should be freed from the tub, but for now, this one, this big coin, back in the tub. We then have this is a George IV shilling, 1826 of course, almost 200 years old silver coin there, but due to the wear, I think there is 2 of these, and I have one for my date one as well. Due to the wear of these coins, I think what I'll do is I'll keep one to the side, potentially to sell on or just to keep to the side. This one, the more worn one, really does have to just be omitted, has to go back into the silver tray of the 925. We then have here a really battered coin. This is a King George III coin from 1817. Of course, I have it for my date run, as with all these coins, but I think it is just so far battered and so bent and out of shape that it really just needs to be a scrap coin in the silver trough. So most of these coins are going back, it looks like. As with this one, I think again, Hoard, dirty, darkened George III sixpence that I do have for now, or I think forever really, until I sell. The coin definitely belongs in the tray. This coin here, I would love to keep out of the tray, but I don't have any use for it or need for it, and I don't want to sell it. So I think, back in the tray isn't to doom, it's just going to be in the box, nice and safe. So I think actually a lot of these coins, although they are better, are going to have to go back in the tray or in the box for now. A few shillings here. We have this one here I'm going to keep out because I saw this, a lovely 1839, a bit darkened, but overall condition, very, very good. Young Head Victoria, those 2 shillings there, kept out so far. This one though, 1875, die 4 shilling, bit of wear, an average shilling, not too much of a premium coin, and so back in the box or tray. I kept this one out here because it was quite a nice date of 3pence, I believe, yeah. 1861, one of the early ones, a bit of a rarer one, but it's a bit dirty and not really a premium coin. So again, there's a lot of 3pences in that tray. This one will be joining them. I didn't see the date on this one. What date is this one here? 1855, is that? Victoria, yeah. So 1855 6pence. And I think I'm going to be quite harsh here, but not as I say that it's committing them to doom. They're just going to be in the box. I think this one also has to go back in the box, although it is a nice date of an earlier style. A few more left here in the bits and bobs tray. We have this one, a bit of a special one here. It's got the CC stamped on it and a very nice portrait to the obverse. This one for now, I have no use for it at the moment, so I'll put it back in the box. And then the final one here in the bits and bobs tray is this, a nice Gothic florin. And I think, actually, what I will do, I've changed my mind. I've been saying this whole time that they were kept out of the tray. Where would I keep them? I think a safe place for these coins is going to have to be back in the box. So for now, they'll go back in the box, just as my, what the box is, my doubles. And I think now I've changed my stance on this. Most of the sterling coins, although they are bullion, are a bit more collectible bullion. And then the 50% stuff to the other side is just the pure weight, the scrap weight. And then stuff like this on the other side is a bit more collectible, a bit more premium. I wouldn't sell this, for instance, maybe perhaps just for the pure scrap. I would look to sell this for more, collectability whenever I come to release these coins into the, whenever I come to part with these coins, which I believe will be in a very long time. So for now, a nice safe place will be the box to keep these coins. So all this talk of the box, all the changing of plans of the box, I think it's finally time to show you an overview of this said box. I'll start off with this side. We can kind of see them both, but I'll start off with this side. So here is the sterling side. I think that looks quite cool in there actually, much cooler than in the previous box, the plastic one. It has some nice coins there to the top, and the main bulk of this is just all these 3pences. There's just a good lot here of silver 3pences, mainly George V, the 19 teens, and a few, sterling half crowns and other coins in there as well. So overall, a nice collection there of doubles, of duplicate sterling coins for my collection. Looking to the heavier and more full side, we have here a very full, and you can see it's quite a lump in there, a nice lump of silver with some half crowns, some crowns, all the different denominations, a nice sort of wedge, chunk, block or lump. Of course, only half of that is actually pure silver, but nonetheless, a cool tub full of 50% silver, or almost full. I think that can be a goal for whenever this year or whatever it happens to be, to fill to the very brim this side of the coin case or the doubles case with 50% silver, and also look to fill this one up more with some more silver 3pences. So there we go. Now I apologize if this video has been too long or boring or whatever. I think I've just been rambling and looking through coins now for over half an hour. So I hope you did enjoy, although it has been probably a bit chaotic and a bit all over the place, but I personally enjoy doing this. It's always fun to just have handfuls and handfuls and piles full of old silver coins, in my opinion. And so hopefully, although it's a bit crazy video, a bit long video, you did enjoy if you're still here watching and seeing all these lovely silver coins. So what I'll do now is it's time to close the box until I get more silver coins for my collection that are duplicates for the collection. So there we go. Some lovely coins and now much more organized. Of course, please do comment down below the best coin you saw in all this bundle of silver coins. Please, of course, as well, if you enjoyed, do leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon for some more coins in the future and bits and bobs. Bye for now.